Hey, I'm coming in to make a video, mainly just to get my thoughts out of my head. I'm tired and I don't even feel like making this video, and I hope people realize a lot of my videos I make, it's kind of forced and I do need to push myself to do it. I think I've mentioned it before, that's in a way, like a way to journal for me. But a lot of these things do come out of things that I have jotted down. And today I was turned off the programs, the TV, whatever. I don't really watch TV anyways, but the YouTube is my thing. I turned it off and just let some of my own thoughts come in, rather others. So I wanted to put a video out just discussing things that have been on my mind and the lessons I've been learning from them and the choices that I've taken to find my own happiness. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes and I'm tired. And I think it is because I have so much in my mind and my head. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little release here and talk about things that I don't really care if anybody cares about. It's for me, and yeah, I put it out there for the public because hopefully my experiences could maybe help somebody realize that they're not alone. And I know everybody goes through these things, and also realize that the importance of putting the effort into figuring out these life's mysteries. I mean, really, they're not mysteries. They're just coexisting and coexisting within yourself and trying to get the best out of it. So hopefully my lessons could maybe help others so they don't have to go through the exact things that I went through necessarily. And I don't know. So I'm kind of editing this video, which I normally don't edit these types of videos, but there's a few things I'm catching in this one that I missed or that I'm noticing, and I want to correct myself on. So when I said coexisting within myself, I meant existing within myself. In a way, it can be coexisting because everybody's got, masculine and feminine qualities and two selves that make a whole. And in a way, yeah, I am trying to coexist within myself. But for this level of a video, I'm not even going there. So, yeah, please don't mind if I pop in with a little correction or added point to what I was trying to make. So, yeah, back to it. Also, I also noticed after watching that I had a piece of glitter on my nose, and I don't know how far it goes into the video, but yeah, I was wrapping a present for a little girl in glitter paper, and it was a mess. So I guess some of that transferred over somehow, somewhere, from somewhere. So yeah, that's not snot. And that's what I thought it was at first. I thought it was like snot, but my nose is dry. There's nothing oozing out. I'm not crying over anything. Anyways, back onto it. Sparing myself, I guess. And also just as a documentation for me to look back on and understand where I was at certain times in my life and what was on my mind during it. Because it is so much. It's so hard to keep it all in memory, and I really wish I took better notes and track of things and journaled a lot more, but that's that. What's done is done. So I'm just speaking on my personal issues and how I decide to handle them. I mean, and you're not going to just get the good, you're going to get the bad choices and approaches. And many people have seen a lot of my good and bad approaches and resolutions, but this is kind of in a deeper way, in a more I'm not really trying to explain myself to anybody, but just kind of understanding, maybe, just more understanding of what I've been going through and why I've been reacting the way I have and not reacting the way I should have sometimes. It's always just been about what's up with me, this whole YouTube channel. It's what's going on with me. I mean, it could be looked at selfishly, but I mean, it's really nobody's place to judge that. And everybody has the choice to tune in, tune out, leave it, take it. It's just, it's not why I do it. So I'm just looking at what I've got jotted down, because it's just so much. It's like too much. That's why it needs to come out in some form or fashion. So I'm not trying to be a guru or know-it-all, or put anybody in their place. I'm just trying to be somebody that's respectable, admirable in my being, and not just for myself, but also so I feel I have the right to stand up on a soapbox and express myself in the way that I do. I do show my shadow side, and I think that's important, just so that doesn't give anybody the right or the place, I guess, to try to dim my light side. So it's like, I don't see the point in hiding my issues, and I think that's been evident. A lot of people call me crazy because I'm pretty transparent, and I do show the things that bother me, which is kind of funny to me, because you got a lot of people also saying that people only show the good on Facebook and social media, and they act like their lives are perfect. So when I do show that my life's not perfect, I get kind of criticized for that too. And I expect it, regardless, for good or bad. People are going to criticize and judge and assume what they don't know and make their own calculations, and that's totally their right, and I wouldn't try to stop somebody from doing that anyways. I mean, it's all we got to go off of is what is expressed, whether verbally, non-verbally, just by examples that are being shown. So more power to anybody who wants to come to conclusions about what's up with me, but I will try to give you the full picture as much as possible. Like I said, and this is just my ego talking, I feel like nobody cares. And so it's kind of like, why do this anyways? But since I care and I'm doing it for myself, that's why I'm doing it. So I don't need anybody else to really have an interest. But like I said, I've had so many times where I've had people privately message me and express to me their appreciation of how I do things and express myself, because it does help them sometimes in their own lives, in their own situations that sometimes resemble my own. So yeah, I do post also, and I mean, I'm just posting me, and part of me is superficial when it comes through on some of my selfies and my makeup videos, and being a little hoochie mama here and there. I only go so far anyways. That's because it's not really who I am. It's just a side to me, and it's just for fun. It's kind of like a break from the stuff on the inside that breaks me up, and we all have our sides, and everybody has their way of showing to the world you know, glimpses of those sides, and that's just another way that I do express myself. But I do try to keep everything within a respectable limit, even though I push that line sometimes. Because like I said, I do want my image and what I project to be stable and a foundation of respect for others and myself. So when I'm talking in these videos, I'm not trying to lecture anybody. I'm pretty much doing it to myself, lecturing myself. And also documenting and expressing, and everything is more than just one thing, obviously. So that's just, I'm trying to explain to people who do actually watch this video that it's not about me, and it has never been about me, even if it looks very self-absorbed. But one of the lessons I've learned is that if I don't make it about me first, well, God before me, obviously, first and foremost, but if I don't make it about me first before other people on this earth, that I'm no good to others. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. All my lessons that I've learned and that I'm going to kind of go into in this video, and I'm going to try to keep it short, but I do have a lot on my mind, so it might go long. But all my expressions and lessons and stuff and good stuff is just basically, and I say basically a lot because that's one of my thinking words. And I pretty much lost where I was going with that, but it's all well intended. It's all well intended. And I'm tired. So, I'm just drained. I shouldn't say tired. My grandma used to get mad when I'd say I was tired when I was a kid. She's like, you're too young to be tired. So I'm not tired. I'm just drained. I'm kind of sucked dry. So, and that's why I'm doing these too, is to kind of fill myself back up and give myself a reason for why I am how I am and what I do. And so, yeah. I do kind of remember because my next note kind of reminded me, but I had said something that was along the lines of what one of my good friends and a fellow YouTuber gives me crap about, but he doesn't see the method to my madness. Because I don't even always see it for myself until after it's done. Like some of these videos I post, like, and even just posts on Facebook and words that come out of my mouth to people, sometimes I don't even recognize what they mean to me or what value they hold until after I see the consequence of it, whether it's good or bad. And even, it really all also comes down to, I'm not even trying to sound all deep and emotional, but it's just, it was something about the grandma saying, you're too young to be tired. But yeah, I get bored, and thinking led me to do this video, and in a way, bored and tired of keeping it bottled up. And so, yeah, I want to talk. Another thing Grandma used to tell me, which I'm super noticing right now, is only boring people get bored. So I'm kind of mad at myself for using the word bored so much. I guess there probably is a better word, I guess, not content, struggling to find interest. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm not a boring person, so I shouldn't be saying I'm bored. Sorry, I just washed my hair and got out of the shower. And that was the thing. I was just going to do the audio video, but I want my peeps, if anybody watches this, whether I know you or not, to see me. whether it's for good or bad. I think there holds a lot of I know it's not really eye to eye contact, but eye contact, and to see what body language and to get a fuller picture. I mean, you can get a lot out of just audio, but this is how I'm doing it. See me, my face with no makeup and no hair. And that's one of the things I used to be very reluctant to even just get on the camera, even just in face to face. What is it like? FaceTime type. It's just with a good friend and like even family. But I mean, I get past it a lot of times, and I have many times in the past. But I would say I'm not camera ready. So I'm just moving past another lesson that I'm learning is moving past feeling like I need to be or appear a certain way to communicate. And that was just silly of me. So yeah, I'm not camera ready, but I'm also not going to be camera shy because it's just, I'm too tired and I want the most to come through this video that I can possibly get out, and going on video is part of boosting the, trying to find the word, boosting the integrity, I guess, the strength of it. So, yeah. So being in, part of my nature is, I'm a Gemini. I express that often. And I only express it so much because the characteristics of a Gemini, as described, is very much so my nature. So, with that being said, a lot of my connections I make, a lot of people don't like Geminis. A lot of people judge Geminis for being many things that they are, and even the good things they sometimes hate on because it can be a lot. It can be that dramatic, I guess, and dynamic. So, and I think that plays a lot of parts in my personal relationships with others, whether it be friends, family, men, women, personal connections, whether it be friends, family, men, women. And right now I've been focused on myself, but a big part of what I want for myself is a companionship that's above romance. And I've been looking for that long before I met my husband. And then in a way, with my husband, my current husband, I laugh, but yeah, he's expressed that he's not happy and he wants to divorce me. So it's not funny, but it's no surprise. And I've observed a lot throughout our relationship, about our relationship, and I mean, it really wasn't headed anywhere other than, I don't want to say failure, but a dead end, I guess. So I've come to accept that, and I'm also kind of to the point where I'm fine with that. I kind of welcome it to a degree because I'm too young to be at a dead end. And I find it important to have somebody in my life as my number one, to be my partner, and not just in crime, but to be there, my everything, to be helping me build upon what I have and what I want, and obtaining these things and making me want more than I even thought I wanted for myself. Not even making me, but showing me, you know? And in a way, every connection I've ever made with any man, and this time I won't say in any woman, because I'm not talking about friendships. I'm talking about, because I mean, I try to get as much as I can out of any connection possible. But I'm to the point where I don't want limited connections. I want like the whole shebang. And unfortunately, that's just not found in my marriage. So, I mean, and the whole shebang really comes down to just two things: attention and love. So, I just want that. But, you know, speaking on Gemini's nature, and we get the bad rep of being little flirts and shallow, and but I mean, obviously everybody knows I'm not that. I got some depth to me, but and not so much with my husband, but I've connected with other wonderful men that have seen the different sides of me, and who I've cherished greatly, whether it be just a connection, a friendship, or possibility, or anything. But I feel like whenever it is a possible romantic connection, and this is even before my husband, I think that my nature kind of gives them a bad taste and a wrong impression and misinterpretation. It might seem, and honestly, even females on the outside might think, you know, by the way I've been with my husband and how open I've been, and he's actually, I don't want to say pushed, but has how he has allowed and encouraged me to connect with other men, because, and this is no knock at him, this is just how he is. He doesn't want to put that connection effort into me himself. So he just, you know, he's been fully aware of anybody since I've known him that I've connected to on any deeper level, even if it is just a deep friendship. Because I mean, honestly, any relationship's either a friendship or a foe. So I'm not gonna talk about my foes, which I didn't used to have any, but now I do. And that's on them. I mean, I still welcome everybody in my life to an extent. Yeah, it's kind of hard because I'm looking at myself. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have went video, but I'm already 20 minutes in, and I'm not really expressing anything. So in the past year, I'm so tired. I could like lay back right now and like close my eyes. And a lot of stuff I don't even want to put it out there because judgment's going to come regardless. But so, past year, I've connected with 3 main men in my life. Thing is that they're all very aware of each other. They're all on very different wavelengths with me, from each other currently, and they've all offered me many, many learning experiences. I'm so tired. I can't stop saying that. This is hard. I know it also doesn't help that like I'm not a hoochie, I swear. Just okay. I think they all think I'm a hoochie mama, first of all. One of them's actually giving me crap about, well, all of them except my husband is giving, both of them except my husband is giving me a crap about my selfies and, I don't know, just my ways. Okay. Oh, good. My little bullet points are almost out. Because I'm ready to be done with this bag. She have another sheet that I kind of continued it on. So, okay. I really wanted this video to be mainly about lessons learned or still going through. And let me kind of explain where I am with these three amigos, we'll call them. My three friends. They're all my friends. And to an extent, I hold back greatly to the two because I am married to one. And that might be one of my blockages because I am holding on to my marriage. But that's also one of my strengths is because I didn't see any of these connections coming. I didn't expect it. I didn't seek it out. So I can't just like throw my marriage to the trash, into the trash. And I firmly believe in working and putting effort into anything and everything that is important. It's just, and this is probably a lot of why I'm drained because I am putting all my energy and focus into this side of my life. I've straightened out other sides. I've got my work going back on. I'm not trying to play the housewife anymore because it just doesn't work when that's not what my spouse wants. So I've learned lessons in all kinds of areas of my life and still going through some, in which that's life. I mean, I know, I get it. Never ends, the learning process. So my battery's about to die. So love and attention is all I'm really looking for and everything that falls under it. My husband, he's worth the love, but I really don't give him the attention anymore because that's not what I get from him at all. Like zero attention, interest. But I'm still going to be there for him in the ways that I had promised. And when he decides to release me of that duty, then I will go from there. But I am going to encourage him and love him and try my best to make the best of the situation and with him. So my other friend, we'll call him friend A, he's given me lots of love, some attention, but on both sides of it, it's not enough to replace what he drains from me. And I have no problem with that. I don't need the affection from him. I do not request it. But he has taken a lot of energy because he is pretty important to me at this moment because I learned a lot from him and I hope he is learning some from me. So it's just definitely, it's healthy. It's what it is. We're experiencing life together and we have a lot of the same values and interests, and it's just, it is what it is. So I'm not trying to make that any more than what it is, but it does take a lot of my energy, and it is And it's not even falling on the lines of romance. Honestly, none of these guys fall on the line of romance. None of them give me the impression that they want to go that route. So I'm fine with that. That's fine. But when it comes to me, it's important, even before I get to that stage with anybody, to have this give and take. And with friend A, it's a lot more giving, I feel like, on my end than anything I've taken. So, friend B gives zero attention, which is funny because it's following after a barrage of attention for a period of time. And it's scary because also this is a tactic narcissists use to keep people strung along and feeding off their energy. So I am aware of that, but I also still hold on to hope that that's not the case. So the zero attention leaves me feeling no love. So, I mean, the funny thing is if I could just combine all of them into one person, I'd be set for life, whether it got romantic or not, because I don't need that. But I mean, that's like a cherry on top type of thing. I mean, it's super nice, but I'm just trying to be real and treat life with love, which it doesn't have to be romantic, but just you treat all these encounters with the love and dignity that they deserve. Even if they are like a monster of a person and has, you know, bad intentions towards me, I still will take it and pull out the good from it. So, you know, all I really ask though is, I know there's no combination of people, but all I really ask is just one steps up and could give me all of that. And you know, well, and it may not even be any of them, you know, it could be one that I've never met yet. And that's honestly great for me, fine for me, whatever. I'm not even trying to expect anything. And one of the lessons that I have learned is to let go of control and just kind of submit to the flow of the world, of God's intentions towards me, not towards me, but for me, and what He has to bring into my life, and to be observant so I can accept it. So I'm trying not to block myself off with these other sources of energy is really what they are, but these other connections. My three amigos. So I've been forced to do for myself, learn my lessons, love myself, give myself attention. So yeah. And also, when it comes to letting go of control, it also feels like my arm is getting tired. I'm gonna have to edit this. I'm just trying to readjust so I can get through this last little bit. So, along with letting go of control, I had to let go of fears. Still am. All of these lessons I'm learning, I'm still doing. I haven't mastered any of it yet, obviously. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be making a video talking about I need to express my woes. There's definitely no woe is me situation. I've been accused of playing the victim role a few times. Once by one of these connections, one of my amigos. But I don't think they understood me very well. And that was a misunderstanding, I think. So yeah, I had to let go of fears. A lot of my fears stem from anxiety. fear of being alone. And that's something I'm going through with my husband. A big part of what kept me hanging on to him so clingy and for life has a lot to do with my anxiety and physically being alone. And if I needed help, if somebody was there to help me. And I've actually been coming out of that pretty well. I've been doing more things on my own, and I've been doing things that I struggled with in the past, like even as simple as going on the highway. Part of my job is traveling a lot, and I do go on the highway quite a bit. And I used to love driving. It used to never be an issue for me, but you know, my mind took over and kind of stopped me from doing some of the things that I used to be fearless of, but created fears out of it, being alone and anxiety. So I'm doing things that for a good 2 to 3 years, I was kind of relying on my husband to be there for. I have to learn, and I'm still struggling with this the most, is letting go of doubt. Like, doubt is like it's my friend. I don't like it. It's my friend and me, but I do hold on to a lot of doubt in myself and others. Just basically, I needed to learn what is good for me and what's not, and basically whatever is not serving my higher purpose or for the good, I have to let go. And I am working through that. I found that thinking and analyzing deeply is not the problem. I used to think my overthinking was a problem. I've realized it becomes a problem when I fester on the negative aspects to any situation. So I'm learning to focus on the positive and the love and finding the beauty in everything, because there is, even like the most shittiest of the horriblest. There's a nugget of beauty in there somewhere, and I'm trying to just pluck that out and keep it for myself. And I think I also had a part of my control was trying to be a fixer, a problem solver, figure it outer. And I don't think that's so much the problem, but when negative feelings towards myself or about others overtake, it definitely doesn't hold much ground in resolving issues. So just let go of the negativity. A lot of my lessons involve letting go. Maybe my next phase will be what to hold on to, what to grab onto. But I don't think I need to focus on one thing at a time. I don't think I'm there yet. And I am learning that everything that's worth having does take work to either obtain it or to retain it. It needs that love and attention and everything that falls underneath. And I mean, and this probably has a lot to do with my videos, but overall, a big part of what facilitates these learning processes and these expressions and ups and downs and triumphs and stumbling is communication, whether it be verbal or non, or just through expression of any medium, of any sort. It comes down to communicating love and communicating truth and respect, and letting go of that ego that will stop you from getting what you really mean out there, because that ego is what holds on to all those things that I'm trying to let go of, the fear, the control, it's the powerhouse of negativity and doubt. And I mean, it comes into play for good too, at times. But it's just, the ego doesn't like communication. It doesn't like expression. It fears it, it doubts it. So if there's one wrap up to this lesson learned therapy session for myself today, it is communicate. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And if it doesn't work in your favor, then learn your lesson from it and move on. So I gotta get off this camera. I'm probably gonna take a nap while I like upload this stuff. But anyways, my batteries die and all that good stuff. So, but I'm gonna end this on a positive note and express that I am so blessed. I'm so loved. I'm so cared for. And I do have a problem with sometimes just expressing the negativity. But I hope that like this video is showing that there's a lot more than just what I vent about, rant about. And it is all rooted in care, concern, love. I'm just trying to go through my journey and keeping those along my side that will help me and not hurt me. So, but I love everybody, regardless if you're my friend or my enemy, my foe, my frenemy, anything. I love you. And thank you for watching this if you got this far. God bless.